Hello friends, how are you doing? Day 1157. Hope you're doing amazing. So today I just want to come in and share with you a little bit about sex. I saw a post and it just talked about some things about how to actually have an incredible sex life. And so I read it, like there's some good suggestions, but also I think it's probably a couple years ago when I started to attend some workshops with a conscious partner, with Bruce and Giselle, that I really started to understand more about sex and how it actually works, if you will. Because, growing up, for me, it's more of just like a physical thing. I just thought, I just want to. And as I mature and get older, I start to understand that it's not just about the physical act. And physical intimacy actually is preceded by emotional intimacy. And so the key really to having incredible sex is to actually work on your emotional intimacy. And what is emotional intimacy? Essentially, it's when two people can be open, vulnerable, they can share freely, they can be authentic, without fear of judgment or what have you. It's being able to just create a connectedness, a connection with another human being. And so if you have a partner, you're married or what have you, if you really want to have an incredible sex life, it really starts with developing more emotional intimacy. And the higher the emotional intimacy, the better physical intimacy you'll actually have. And so if I were to ask you this question, what is the largest sex organ in the body? What would you guess it to be? And if you said it is the brain, then you are correct. Yes, it all starts up here, my friends. So if you understand that, especially for guys, sometimes guys are very visual, but really this is true for guys as well. It's not just for women where it starts in the brain, but it's for guys as well. I didn't really understand this until I had, a number of experiences myself to really understand this and be able to reflect on it itself. And so that's kind of where everything starts, because the brain basically is your central nervous system. It's kind of where all your hormones and everything is controlled or manipulated. And so if you understand that, then hopefully you can understand and be willing to slow down a little bit and understand how to start the arousal phase and everything. And another thing is intimacy. If you look at the word itself, I've heard someone describe it as into me you see. And so that is what intimacy is, right? Into me you see. It's about having that understanding of another person, that openness, that connection. And so in the post, how can you increase that emotional intimacy? So there's a list. I'll just share a number of things that you can do. So how can you connect? Well, question right now, how do you connect emotionally? Okay, so I'll just share a few things that you can do. Number one, you can be sympathetic with your partner or the other person. Number two, you can be a good listener, right? Number three, you can spend time together, quality time. Number four, a simple touch, right? Doesn't have to be sex. It can be just holding hands, hand on the knee. Number five, communicate. Communicate is not just talking. It's more about sharing some deeper things, some more important things. Because when you are vulnerable or able to be vulnerable, it allows a deeper connection with the other person. Number six, be present. Very simple, right? Don't be thinking about a bunch of other things, errands that you have to do or what have you. Just be present in the moment with the other person. Number seven, take an interest in your partner's hobbies. Number eight, know your partner's love languages. Number nine, have fun together. Number 10, be vulnerable. Again, that's about being intimate. Number 11 is be intimate, right? Number 12, set healthy boundaries, right? Know how to say no in a healthy way. Number 13, date. Go out on a weekly date so you can actually build that keep that spark. Okay. Number 14, know one another's needs. Again, that goes back to communication and being able to be sharing authentically and intimately with each other. Number 15, say thank you often. Manners go a long way. Simple please and thank you goes a long way. Number 16, make time for one another. Prioritize each other. And then number 17, if you do, you can pray together. That also creates more, again, connection, right? So those are the suggestions that I saw in the post, and I just added some other thoughts on top of that post. But yeah, if you ever thought about, spicing things up or actually wanting to have better sex, well, here are some of the some suggestions. But when it comes down to it, it starts in the brain. It's all about developing that intimacy, that connection with your partner. If you don't have that, then essentially it's just a physical release. Don't get me wrong, it still feels nice, but oh my gosh, it's so much better when you have that intimate connection with another person. And so anyways, that's kind of all I want to share with you guys tonight. I saw the post, I figured, hey, love to share. I just remember the workshops that I attended with, like I said before, a conscious partner. The conversations we have with other people and them sharing, I'm like, wow, okay, well, this is different. This is a different conversation. Because I think in a society, we don't talk openly or freely about sex. And so sometimes, young kids, they grow up not really understanding a lot. I definitely didn't. And I don't think it helps young people, especially the teenagers who are raging hormones at that age. I think it's best to just be able to talk freely and answer any questions that they have, especially when their bodies are changing and they're just kind of figure out what am I feeling and why do I feel like that and what's okay, what's not okay with the body, with another person. It's not easy conversations. It's not easy dialogue, but I think it's very important. And it can definitely help someone mature in that area and also can prevent some negative events as well. But anyway, if you have any thoughts or what have you want to add to this, definitely shoot it in the comments. But yeah, I think it's a very important subject. We're all adults here. And so we should be talking about these things and, not in a shameful way at all. I know some societies, some cultures think it's a taboo thing. It's not talked about, but I think it does need to be talked about, does need to be shared in a normal way, in a normal conversation, right? Obviously with adults only, but if you're watching this, you should be an adult. But anyways, either way, hope you have an amazing night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Bye.